Torian
Henderson.
Torian Henderson. Where you from, man?
I'm from Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
Baton Rouge, Jigga City.
Jigga City.
BR.
Baton Rouge or BR?
You from that raggedy?
All right.
No, big raggedy. That's up north. That's like Shreveport.
All right, for sure, man.
So you sing?
I do.
R&B.
This is real cliche to say. I don't have a genre, pretty much, but honestly, like it's the feel of R&B.
Right.
Mm-hmm. But no matter what it is, it has a message with it.
Okay.
So I guess above all it's inspirational, but when you go by genre, like the type of feel of music, it'll be like soul R&B.
Okay. Soul R&B.
Yeah.
Okay. How you do that coming out of BR, man? Most of the music that come out of BR ain't no soul R&B.
Now listen, I think it all boils down to what your origins are.
Mm-hmm.
So,
right.
Like most singers nowadays, I was born a church kid. I'm a PK, preacher son.
Okay.
So gospel was at the forefront. And because we were cultured growing up, we listened to Marvin Gaye and a lot of old school stuff, and then even new school stuff, like highly inspired by PJ Morton. So
okay, yeah.
That's where the vibes are. So there's a lot of people, coming out of Baton Rouge with that type of music, but I think the rap and the hip hop that's pushed to the forefront because that's what you would expect.
Right,
and now, don't get me wrong, I love Boosie.
Me too.
Shout out to Boosie.
Boosie, man. I rock with Boosie.
We both went to McKinley at different times, but McKinley High School, that's right.
Yeah.
But no, I think it's cool to have an admiration for all types of music. Mm-hmm. Be able to, expand your horizons. Because at the end of the day, I think people gravitate towards a message. Whether you booting up and saying, nuck if you buck, I'm upset, so I'm ready to go knock something down. Or you get to a point to where it's like, my mind is all over the place, so I can listen to old school Roberta Flack or Stevie Wonder to just kind of mellow me out. Every artist and every genre and every song has a purpose.
Right.
So, that was me. I felt different for a while because I was like, I'm not rapping. I'm not, doing hip hop per se like everybody else.
Right.
But at the end of the day, I was inspired to say, well, my message still counts. So many people have the image of where you came from, and they're locked into that.
Right.
So, for example, I sang with a gospel group for a while, and then I was a minister of music at church, and it's still there. But I just feel like for me, intentionally, God gave me a purpose to be able to broaden the horizons when it came to the music. So that way, it doesn't just hit just church people. Because a lot of times when you hear gospel music, sometimes you just feel like, oh, I have to be in a certain space to hear this.
Right.
Or I have to reserve myself to listen to this or be in a certain position to be able to absorb it. But me, honestly, I feel like there's a message in all kinds of music, and sometimes it's packaged different.
Okay.
So when it's packaged a little different, more people are able to hear it, or more people will gravitate towards it. And I felt like that was my purpose, because at the end of the day, like I said, music, broad spectrum. But if you use what you have and you really follow what God's purpose is for you, it may not be what you were used to. It may not be what your parents, expected of you. But if you do, if you follow your purpose, like you were saying, when you follow your purpose and you follow what your life is really supposed to follow into, your tribe will find you. Your fan base will find you.
Right.
Your family, extended family, non-blood will find you. So that's where I am with that. It's not easy. It's not easy because everybody like, ooh, what is he saying? What is he saying? And in my music, honestly, I still have my convictions. So I'm not going to sing anything that's too raunchy, or I'm not going to go against anything that I don't believe.
Right.
However, I feel like there's a lot of life experiences that you can be candid about in music that you can't be like standing in the pulpit. So there's a lot of songs that people will gravitate towards that aren't inappropriate, but because it's secular, and the definition of secular is non-spiritual.
Non-spiritual.
Anything that is non-spiritual, music-wise, is secular. Considering, like, for example, Happy Birthday.
That's secular?
That's secular. But you'll hear a lot of church people saying, I don't want to hear that secular music, but they'll sing Happy Birthday every year.
Happy birthday to you.
You just have to remember, what are you getting out of it? Before you just discount it and say, oh, I'm not going to listen to that.
What's the message?
That's
the message?
That's it. Juice has been a good friend for a while. As a matter of fact, I used to work in radio in Baton Rouge, and I would hear his name a lot, and I'm very, very close friends with his sister. So recently, he was like, I had a listening party for my album in New Orleans during the Essence Fest last weekend, and he was out of the country, he couldn't make it.
Right.
So he ended up listening to one of the old songs, and he was like, Torian, you got to perform at Juice Fest. You got to be here. I was like, okay, all right. So that's how that happened. I've been a big fan of what he does, and to see how he's able to have an impact on this community, you know, and it cross racial lines, and you know, he has the people, not just the common people, but the city officials behind him.
Right.
I think he's doing an incredible job with this. So I didn't hesitate. I said, yeah, I'm gonna do it.
That's what's up.
Everything is Torian Henderson, Torian Henderson. I have a new single that drops tonight called Just Another Monday, and that's basically about me and anyone who identifies with the song knowing that your 9 to 5 isn't the end of the world.
Right.
Like, there's a line in the song that says, this 9 to 5 ain't where my heart resides, it's only paying for the 5 to 9. So, like, a lot of times we get invested in what we do on a daily basis, but I like to think of my 9 to 5 as my silent investor for what I really want to do.
Right.
So that's what keeps me going. So every time I want to lay hands on a manager or something, I'm just like, nah.
Got something to protect.
Right.
And the main thing of the song is an affirmation I say every morning. I've been saying it for about 7 years, and it is, I wake up in the morning, I look in the mirror, and I say, today is going to be a good day, all day, by any means necessary. I wake up every morning and I say that, and that's how I'm able to have a good day. A lot of people don't realize it's all about your perspective.
Yeah, if you say you're going to have a good day, you're going to have a good day.
Yeah. So that way, if anything comes up, it's like, that kind of hurt. Ooh, that was bad.
Don't have a good
but
day.
I still had a good day.
Yeah, that's a fact.
That's what's up, brother.